All right, guys, so people ask, is it safe to travel on the bus? The bus is here in the Philippines. When you get out in the province and things like that, from point A to point B, so a lot of people use this transportation, a lot of Filipino people. Is it safe? You know what? Let me go over this real quick with you. What I have learned riding on buses here. First of all, when you get to a bus terminal, you will have people that will come up. They want to grab your luggage. They want to handle your luggage. That's up to you. If you have a backpack on or something like that, keep it on you. If you've got like a suitcase, it's up to you. Whether or not you want them to handle it, they're going to take it to the bus. Tell them where you're going. They will take you right to the bus that you want to go to. All right. Now, when you get to the bus, if you have a big backpack, put it underneath. Because when you get on the bus, there's not much room. If you have a suitcase, put it underneath. And I'll show you here what I'm talking about. All right, so these bachelor tour buses, they are all over the Philippines. All right, this is where your luggage is going to go. They put it up underneath there. How you doing, my friend? They put it up underneath here. When you get going, they lock it, they secure it. When you get on the bus, you got to determine a couple things. All right. Let me get on here. Hang on a second. Check, make sure it was okay, because these buses are parked. So when you get on the bus, of course, there you go. You got your driver's seat right there. You get your passenger seats all through here. This seat right here is for the conductor. The conductor is the guy that will take your money. You will pay him. He's where you'd say, hey, here's where I want to go. You pay him. All right. He will know where you're going. You will probably be the only foreigner on the bus. I was on all four of our trips, coming down here from Surigao City down to Cagayan de Oro and back. Right now you got to decide, where do you want to sit. Here is the prime seat right here. If you don't want to sit in the back, you don't want to sit in the middle, this is the prime seat. Let me show you why. That's your view. That is your view. You're looking out all through here. You can see everything out in the open. You can see the driver and everything. This seat here would be your next seat. However, it's not that great. And if you notice, disabled people, this is reserved for them. This is an okay seat. However, when the driver is driving, he'll pull that shield down in front of him, that sun shield. So now that sun shield is blocked, so you're going to be looking out through the front with the sun shield. All right. Another thing you'll notice too, there's plastic on all the seats. I've been on some buses where some of the plastic is tore up. This one's actually pretty nice. If you're like a germ freak or something like that, bring like wet wipes, something like that. You can wipe everything down. You don't have to worry about it. I don't know if they sterilize the seats in between trips. Another thing, if you're worried about your luggage, sit where the luggage storage bin is. All right, these seats right here, or if it's on the other side, you can sit there. That way, when the bus stops, you're right here. You can look right down. I guarantee it's not going anywhere. But then again, I guess I can't guarantee everything. But you're sitting right there. So when the bus stops, for whatever reason, break, pick up passengers, drop passengers off, you can see it. Now you got to decide, aisle seat or window seat. All right. Remember, you're on the window seat. I'm going to get me a window seat. All right, I'm here. Here I am. All right. If I want to sleep, you know, you got this bar right here digging into your ribs, digging into your side. Always bring like a travel pillow to put your head on so you could sleep. You know what I'm saying? You want to be comfortable if you're going on a long ride. All right, now this bus does have a CR. I guess it depends on the trip. All right, the bus we took non-stop from Surigao City to Butuan had a CR. From Butuan down to Cagayan de Oro non-stop had a CR. The bus coming from Butuan up to Surigao City and vice versa didn't have a CR, and they made stops. All right, so now you make your way to the back. All right, this has compartment that's open and closes. Not much room up there. So that's why I said a lot of times you might have to be stuck putting your luggage underneath. There's just not a lot of room up there. There are a few TVs, one in the front, one here, one here, one here. However, a lot of times there might be something on, but the volume's so low, you're not going to hear it. Me personally, I like sitting in the very back row here. A lot of people don't come to the back and sit here. It is a little bumpy. It is a little wobbly. It is a little rocking and rolling. But, like I said, a lot of people don't use the back seats. All right? I like them. Why? There's 5 seats here. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, 5. I can kick my legs out. I can relax. I can enjoy myself. All right. I have my pillow. I put my pillow up. Not only that, you can see the whole bus, through the whole bus. You can see out the windows here, the windows here, even the front. I think it's a great view. You can see everybody coming on, coming off the bus. If there's somebody sketchy, you know what I mean? Or for a single guy, it's a pretty girl, you can see the whole bus. You can see people coming on and off the bus. But that's just me. That's just me. They're a comfortable ride. I mean, when you get on these buses and they start twisting in and out of the, back province road, it's like you're on a roller coaster ride. Do you need to be afraid? Do you need to be scared? These guys have been driving these roads for years and years and years. They will slow down whenever they know, like, they're coming up on a bridge, and the bridge has like a nice hump, a nice bump. They know it. They slow down. Remember one thing too, at the bus terminals here, you can get things to drink, things to eat. But remember, if you're on a bus that has no CR, you might be holding it a while. You know what I mean? So make sure to use the bathroom before you get on the bus. A lot of the terminals here, they will charge 5 pesos, 10 pesos to use the CR, so have some coins with you. Like I said, they do stop. If you're traveling and it's lunchtime, they stop to eat. However, they're not stopping at Jollibee, they're not stopping at McDonald's, they're not stopping at any big fast food restaurants. They're usually stopping at a bus terminal, and it's Filipino food. And people are in and out. They eat, they pound down the food, they hop back on the bus, and away you go. Also at the terminals, you'll have people that will come onto the bus selling snacks, drinks, just different things like that. So you don't need to worry about that. Also, as you're traveling, one thing I noticed, I'll stay right here. One thing I noticed, the bus companies will run down the road and they will stop and they will pick up an employee of the bus terminal. He gets on and he gets with the conductor. They go over the booklet and they do a head count to make sure all those people are on the bus that are supposed to be on the bus and they paid to be on the bus. Then they'll roll down the road a little further, they'll stop, he'll get off. All right. The conductor knows you're on there. If you have to get off to say, all right, I have to use the CR, all right, when you get off the bus, let him know, hey, I'm going to this CR. You know what I mean? They will wait for you. They're not going to jump up and roll without you. And like I said, you'll more than likely be the only foreigner on the bus. What else? Oh, if you're a smoker, when you get to the terminals, there's no smoking signs all over the place. If you need to get in a quick one, maybe shoot to the back of that building. Matter of fact, my driver was a smoker, and we went back, how to use the CR, I went back there and he found a little place. So remember that there is no smoking at the bus terminals. But for me, all in all, I think it's, the bang for your buck, you can't beat it. Is it safe? I feel it is safe. You're going to be more scared of that driver driving down the road, because I'm telling you, it's like a roller coaster ride. And if you get motion sickness, take a pill before you leave. All right. But all in all, a good experience. Nothing to worry about. Another thing is, as you're rolling down the road and stuff, they have military PNP checkpoints all the way down the road, different spots here and there. Now, we never pulled over or anything like that. They never asked to pull over, but they're there, so you don't need to panic. Accountability. It's all about accountability. Nobody's sneaking on the bus. It's not supposed to sneak on the bus. Nobody's getting on the bus without paying. They're real tight when it comes to things like that. It's not loud. It's not noisy. All in all, I feel they're safe. If you've ever ridden a bus in the Philippines, you know what I mean? Like province bus. I'm not talking from like Manila up to Angeles City, all highway. I'm talking about province buses that twist and turn and go, you know what I'm saying, and make stops along the way. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you experienced. But to me, overall, very good. And you'll get to some of these bus stops here. They got like Dunkin' Donuts. They might even have a Jollibee there. And then you might get to some, there's really just nothing there. They're just a stop. Oh, and they do also stop along the highway and pick people up. And once again, conductor, it's right on them. They're paying. They're very professional, very professional. Like I said, these bachelor tours, they're all over the place. So you got to decide what you want to do as far as transportation here. Like I said, some have CRs, some don't have CRs, so you got to think about that. You know, your belly, your bladder, all that. So anyways, leave the comments below. Let me know what you think. I figured I'd just put this video out for those that are wondering, is it safe, what to expect and everything like that. So with that being said, we shall talk to you later.